everyone, my name is Siti Adotela with my SID 33230035, and today I would like to present my topic about indirect writing tests. So in this presentation, I will tell you what is indirect writing test, and then what it measures, the purpose, and also the type of indirect writing test. First up, the definition. What is indirect writing test? An indirect writing test is a method of assessing writing ability without requiring students to produce a full written text, such as an essay or a paragraph. In direct writing tests, instead of writing a long composition, students answer objective test items that focus on language elements related to writing, such as grammar, vocabulary, and sentence structure. Next is what can indirect writing test measures? So, what it measures, first up, is grammatical accuracy, lexical knowledge related to writing, awareness of correct sentence patterns, recognition of errors in the written language, mechanical aspects of writing, such as agreement and tense consistency. So indirect writing tests can measure grammatical accuracy, including incorrect tense and subject-verb agreement, and also measures lexical knowledge related to writing, such as appropriate choices. And then, in addition, indirect writing tests can assess students' awareness of correct sentence patterns, their ability to recognize errors, and mechanical aspects of writing, such as consistency in tense and agreement. So, even though students do not write a full text, their writing contents can still be evaluated, indirectly. Next is the purpose of indirect writing tests. Actually, the main purpose of indirect writing tests are not simply to test grammar in isolation, but to evaluate the linguistic foundation that supports effective writing. So the first purpose is to measure students' language accuracy in writing, to assess students' knowledge of writing conventions, such as grammar and syntax, and then to provide objective, reliable assessment results, and last is to enable efficient assessment in large-scale testing situations. Indirect writing tests are used to measure students' language accuracy, in writing to assess their knowledge of writing conventions, especially grammar and syntax. And then another important purpose of indirect writing test is to provide the objective and reliable on assessment results, since the scoring is usually clear and consistent. And also, they are very useful for large-scale testing, because indirect writing tests are very efficient and easy to administer and score. Next is we have types of indirect writing tests. For the first type is multiple choice grammar test. What is multiple choice grammar test? So it is requires students to choose the correct grammatical form from several options. Each item typically focuses on a specific grammatical rule. So the first type, this is a multiple choice grammar test. So there's the example of multiple choice grammar test. First up is she blah 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 to school every day. So for the option is A go, B goes, C going, and D gone. And so we have to choose the most correct answers of for this test. So the answer must be B. She goes to school every day. is sentence completion. Sentence completion is in sentence completion, students must fill in the blanks or fill in the missing words in the sentence. So the missing part is designed to test specific linguistic features. So the missing part is designed to test specific language features such as verb tense or conditional verbs. For example, in here, if I blah blah more time, I would finish the essay. So the correct answer is had. If I had more time, I would finish the essay. Okay, next is error recognition. Error recognition task asks students to identify incorrect words or phrases in a sentence. In this task, students must identify incorrect words or phrases in a sentence. For example, she don't like reading novels. And for the option, there are A, don't, B, like, C, reading, D, novels. The answer is A, don't, because in here we can see the subject is she, so don't is incorrect. Next, we have clause task. Clause task involve a passage in which certain words are systematically removed. Students must fill in the blanks with appropriate word. For example here, writing is an important skill, blah blah, allows students to express their ideas clearly. We must fill the missing words with the correct answer. In this sentence, in this passage, there are two answers, which is that or which. We can use that to fill in the blank or which. So for the full answer, it could be writing is an important skill that allows students to express their ideas clearly, or maybe we can choose writing is an important skill which allows students to express their ideas clearly. Last but not least, it's sentence rearrangement. So in sentence rearrangement task requires students to reorder jumbled words or phrases into a grammatically correct sentence. So in here we can see the example. So the words are being jumbled. So it was random words. So you can see here there is the jumbled words. So we have to arrange it into the correct answers. First, for the examples here, there are two essay write students and the words are randomly and it was not well arranged. So we have to arrange it well to become students write an essay. Okay, that's all for my presentation about indirect writing tasks. And then after this, we're gonna move to the case study part 2. Hello everyone, my name is Ita Dotela, and today I will act as the examiner for the English speaking assessment. And I'm here with Bella. Hello. And Bella here will act as a student or my respondent. So in this simulation, I will demonstrate two speaking assessment methods, verbal essay and free interview, and explain how each of the method is being evaluated. Okay, Bella, let's begin with the verbal essay task. I will give you a topic and you will have 1 minute to prepare, and then you should speak for about 2 minutes or less is okay. And before that, please include an introduction, your supporting points, and the conclusion. And your topic for the verbal essay is how does technology affect students' daily life? And your preparation time should start now.
Okay, is it okay to I use my notes?
Okay, it's okay. have 10 seconds left. Okay.
Now I'm ready.
Okay. So let's hear Bella's response. Okay.
Okay. In my opinion about your topic that you gave to me, it's technology has a big impact on student daily life in this situation, right?
Okay.
And first, technology helps students access information, a lot of information easily. And with smartphone and internet, a student can search for learning materials and like anytime and anywhere or whenever they want to access the information. And the second, technology makes communication better and easier. Students can communicate with teacher and classmates through online platform without meet like this, in like a social media, and this is especially helpful for online learning.
Okay.
And however, technology also has some negative effects.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
right. Yes.
If we don't wise, it gets the worst impact for us.
Yeah, you're right.
And students may spend too much time on their phones and become distracted from studying.
Yeah.
And my conclusion is, I think technology has both positive and negative sides for the impact and for student daily life. But if we use wisely, it can be very helpful in this era, in this situation for learning. Yes, that's it.
Thank you for your response, Bella.
Yes.
You presented your response very well and your ideas really clearly. Okay. And then for the next is free interview.
Okay.
So for the free interview, there is no preparation time.
Okay.
And just please answer my questions naturally.
Okay.
Are you ready, Bella?
Yes, I'm very ready.
Okay. First question. How often do you use technology in your daily life?
In this situation, I think I very mostly use technology every day. Yes, every day I think, especially for studying and communication.
And what technology do you use the most often?
I'm mostly using my smartphone because it's easy to bring, simple, and for online learning and social media, I think. Yes, that's my phone.
Okay, so next is, do you think technology helps you become a better student?
Oh yeah, it's very helpful. It helps me to find a lot of information that I need, and I can get information that before I never know easily, and manage my assignment well. Yes.
Do you think students should limit their screen time?
I think I think they need, students should limit screen time, done less and not more screen time too much, because it can help to student can be more focused when they learning. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Bella, for your response.
Okay, you're
And
welcome.
I think that's it from me and from Bella. And thank you, guys.